Hi, my name is Zaid Masagos. I've been in the industry for over 20 years. To be exact, it's about 23 years. Since the year 2000, ever since I joined a tight agency, and when I became a manager in year 2007, I do have a good number of people in my team, managing them, and we actually achieved $1 Million Agency MDA Gamma Award. And we've gone through multiple awards ever since. And by the time it reaches about in the 13th year of my life back then in the tight agency, I actually decided to make a move. And when I make a move, it wasn't actually going out of financial industry, but to find something else to do. Because I was wondering, am I doing the right thing as a Muslim and also for the community? It was quite a shake-up because even my whole team was wondering what am I thinking about. But as I'm applying for a job back then, after 13 years, and it's like a calling, but I don't know what is the calling. And I applied some jobs, and Financial Alliance happens to be the third company that replied my request for a job. And after that interview, ever since then, to this date, is about 10 years with them. So back then in the tight agency, my team was quite a good mix. So we have multiracial, multi-religious, and I manage them based on their profile, individuals, how they can work together, whether they are soloists, that kind. It doesn't matter who you are. You can be from any religion, can be from any race, but as long as you are ready to help serve the Muslim community or understand the Muslim products. With my experience since 2007 as a manager in the tight agency, I learned a lot. I went to a lot of trainings. I went through plenty of programs to see how I can support my team. When I joined Financial Alliance 10 years ago, what happened was I applied what I learned and I add on because of the environment, the company business model is slightly different. So I just have to adapt and change accordingly because of the independent nature of Financial Alliance and inside of the vast choices of plans and products and the approach that we have. We are able to, with my team right now, we have we can actually approach even a non-Muslim with Islamic products, Shariah-compliant, and definitely it suits very well with our Muslim community because we have a complete range, all from the day you were born to the day you passed on. On the Islamic Wealth Department, headed by Mr. Sani Hamid and with the Sharia advisor, Dr. Akram Ladin. What is the very main basis and objective of Financial Alliance Islamic Wealth Advisory Department itself? On the Islamic products. Everything has been scrutinized to help serve our Muslim community in completion. So, very interesting. I was mentioning that I have a transition. I shifted, yes, from 13 years in a tight agency and then moving into Financial Alliance. And back then, when I first joined, the very last standing Islamic product was taken off the shelf. So suddenly the Muslim community do not have any Islamic product. And that was Takaful. Always remember that I'm always around and you must always meet up with me so that I can help and support you. And I will always make it a point that they know Financial Alliance is always there to support as well. When I first joined, from many products to no product at all, and then we start to develop and we start to ask expert advice, our Sharia advisor and the scholar, Dr. Akram Ladin, who come up with a fatwa. And the fatwa, I believe to now, it has already evolved at least 3 or 4 times in accordance to more products that came out by the companies that are our business partners. So very nicely, over the span of 10 years, we have a number of Sharia-compliant funds, and then we also very strongly fall back into that fatwa, which is a scholar's opinion aligned with the Islamic rulings and regulations. And right now, we can really provide them from beginning to end, regardless whether there is an Islamic product to begin with. Because we do not want to be the people who we thought we know, or we just come up with something out of thin air. We always lay back, come back to our scholar, Mr. Dr. Akram Ladin, as well as our internal scholar, internal Sharia advisor, Ustaz Harun. At the same time with Sani Hamid in the positioning of Faiwa. When we come into sharing these things, without fail, we always get answers. Without fail. And it is like, no doubt, that if anybody were to even try Googling or check with other scholars or check with other people, our answers are always as accurate as it can. So that is one of the support that we are very grateful, because without that, who else can we ask? Who else can we check on? Right? So Financial Alliance make it a very conscientious effort to make sure that this department is very strong and alive and always get the support they need. Right now, we have a good suite. Again, thanks to Financial Alliance, who have been giving us the support that we need. We tell them, this is what the Muslim community needed. They come back, this is the support we can give. Business partners come because of Financial Alliance name. And knowing that the Financial Alliance Islamic Wealth Advisory Department itself is active in providing for the Muslim community, the more so we do have a lot of wonderful moments whereby right now, as we can see, from 0 to quite a number. In fact, we can create portfolios to help on different risk profiles of clients. This is something I have never met in the industry with any other practitioners from any other companies. You can do a checklist, and it is even available in when you take CFP, you take CPA, you take all these degrees and programs. Eventually, it is about a checklist. What are you supposed to do with your money from the time you start to earn your money, for what purpose, for what savings, for what, everything. So there is always a checklist. But how about a checklist for our Muslims? So when I first joined, I asked for this. And believe it or not, within a year, we managed to come out with a checklist. And to add on to this, I'm also aware over the span of the past 10 years, many out there tried. They even tried to duplicate. They start to realize, oh, without a company support, without an expert opinions and advice and strength on there, that checklist couldn't work. Because a checklist means, if I were to talk to you, it's like, okay, we begin with this, in order to complete the whole thing. So when other companies and other advisors tried this, they start to realize, they're stuck with that, they can't do. Because they do not have the vast options that we do. So from that wonderful checklist, and my team is very strongly following that particular checklist, because we are very confident that we can. So we came up with a checklist, and I'm very thankful that with the support Financial Alliance give, with Sani Hamid, with Ustaz Harun, with Dr. Akram Ladin, and the whole team support from Financial Alliance, they come out, this is possible. Right now, even when it is not, they do their best to, let's see if it is compliant, let's see that it is regulated, let's see that it can be done. So it was, and it until to now, it has been evolved and continuously very useful in our engagement with clients. My team loves it because it is like as if with a client, it is, I'm with you for the rest of your life because of the checklist. It is Financial Alliance. I make it a point. It is Financial Alliance without fail doing their very best to help them. So that constant training without fail is part of my agenda. So to say that, there you go. You want which department? You want the wealth department? You want the investment department? You want the Islamic department? You want the, you want the business partners to come? Let's see what is suitable. Let's see those who are not and see to make it suitable. And then eventually come back to the checklist. How do we match to each client? So every week I manage them to see that, and I make it a point to coordinate all this to happen. I make it also a point that because I said it is a whole team, right? Some of them soloists and some of them can work together. It's because of their personality and characteristics. I make it a point to observe, identify, do one-to-one, and check if they can work together, because that is what I tell them. When you see someone, you bring the support with them, clients always appreciate. It's not like one person coming to sell. No, this is like a company, a partnership. I faced this question before. Zaid, you are a client. Let's say I am the client and you are the advisor. So this comes from the client. What happens if you leave the industry? This is my answer to them. Don't ask if I leave the industry. What if I die? That keeps them tinkle a bit. Because leave the industry, chances of you are somewhere, you're still somewhere, I can still find you. But what if you die? Don't say about us leaving the industry. We make it a point to commit all the way. But that's the question would be, what if I die? If I walk out, who is going to do it? No one else. The clients follow us to the grave. So when we have the whole team knowing what to do with any Muslims that we are serving, aren't you assured enough now? So that was our answer to such questions and how I manage my team. So I would like to share with you my tagline, our team's tagline, which is planning here for the hereafter. Now, it should make sense to you, because if you are just planning for a purpose, meaning just a financial objective for a client, maybe just savings, maybe just retirement, maybe just estate, planning here for the hereafter should resonate even deeper. Because when you have this tagline in mind, when you talk to your advisors, they should be the one who have this belief, planning for their clients, and then we are helping them to plan, not just now, not just for the certain objectives, but beyond. So having this will help to strengthen even you managing your team. So planning here for the hereafter as a team, as you as the leader, for them with this purpose in mind. So it is like a mission, and I hope this helps to bring forth your leadership journey.